Hey there, patron friends, it's Brad. As I have stated, we are going to start delving more into preparedness and the things that YouTube is not liking, that they'll ban or demonetize or just shove away videos. And so I thought a good starting point for us. I already showed you guys about this manual. This is a great first step to start looking through, because I'll tell you what, when we first started doing the preparedness thing, it was scary and daunting, and we thought there's just far too much. And in the beginning, it was to the point where we're just like, I don't know, we'll just go and buy a bunch of rice and beans and hope everything will be okay. And fortunately for us, our journey has come to much more of a focused approach. And so today I want to share with you a couple things that I think are going to be very, very important steps, the first steps. I guess you could even say that these are essentials. All right, one quick thing before I actually get into the list of stuff is this, that there's nothing new under the sun in terms of ideas, and the way that, Prepper A goes about his business is different than Prepper B. And, I like the saying that the definition of originality is the ability to forget where you saw it. And so a lot of these things are going to overlap from the preparedness world. And to be honest, I don't know at which point I locked in on these specific items as things that I feel like this is important, this is important, this is important. So that comes from the world of being in the world and learning things and taking this bit of information and kind of making it more your own. So these things are nothing new, but they are arranged in a way that makes sense to me. So with that, here we go. With number one, like if something happens in our society where the trucks stop, if stuff does not get from where they make it to the stores, there's going to be chaos. That's just how it is, because most people don't have more than 3-ish days of food in their pantry, and that would be a humongous problem fast. Now, I'm not going to try to focus on any one specific issue or disaster or natural thing, or maybe it's an economic collapse. There's a lot of things that could absolutely just set our worlds upside down just that quick. So we will get into some of those things in the near future, but just for now, this is general overall stuff that I think is super important, because when we start, we got it. I understand. I need water, I need beans, I need rice, and and we went out and we were a little bit crazy about it. But these are a few of the things I think are important that a lot of people don't talk about. Number one, your eyes. If you have glasses, you are going to need to be able to have extra pairs on hand, because if there was some weird thing in society and you can't get them, your vision is going to be hugely important to protecting your family and being safe. You need to be able to see, and if you lose your glasses or you only had one pair, you scratch them up so bad that it can't be used, that's a problem. Now, if you have enough money, you might even consider getting a laser surgery done, and then you don't have to worry about it. But, the issue is, if you can't see, you're going to have a problem protecting your family, protecting yourself, and staying safe. So I would say, and even if you don't have glasses, get to the doctor and make sure that you're checked out and things are good to go in the vision realm. All right, next up, another unthought of thing, I think, is your teeth. We all have varying degrees of health when it comes to our teeth, and if you need to get some work done, I would suggest you get it done sooner than later, because if you have to deal with, rotten teeth or something bad or fillings and stuff, when there are no more dentists around nearby that you don't have access to, or that you can't get to them, or there's a financial issue, you're going to be in a world of hurt if you're going to have to deal with that at home. I mean, tink, 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 what would you do? I don't know. But get your teeth looked at get them checked out. Make sure that what you have control of now, that you're going ahead and taking those steps to make sure that those boxes are checked off, because you don't want to be dealing with this if there's not a professional around to help you. Now, this next one is one that I am openly guilty about not doing it well enough. And I keep trying to start, and it's weight. Your weight. If you are not at a healthy weight, if you got to lose some pounds, do it now. Because if you can't take care of yourself, how are you going to be able to stay safe and keep your family safe if you can't even move around very easily or climb stairs or do whatever needs to be done? Let's say that there was some kind of issue with transportation, and the only way that you got around was either walking, running, or maybe you have a bike. That would be a good thing to add to your preparedness stuff, is a bike. But you don't want to deal with the overweight issue then. You need to deal with it now. And I'm saying I'm guilty of it too, and I need to cut some pounds, and maybe that means just I walk up and down the stairs, a few 3-4 times extra in a day, just so that I can get some kind of cardio in there, go back and forth. Or maybe I don't use easy tools to do some of the chores around the farm, that I use tools that are, more manually driven. But if you can cut some weight, now's the time to start thinking about that, because you don't want to be dealing with it if there was a situation. Okay, this last one is the one I think is absolutely the most important, bar none, period, exclamation point, yada, yada, yippee, skippy. And that is this: you need to get right with God. And I'm not saying that you're not right now. I'm just saying that if you've got a good relationship with God, that's amazing, and keep that going, keep growing in that. But if you maybe are not as close as you used to be or want to be, maybe it's time to start dusting off that Bible and digging into the Word, and maybe doing some time with God and prayer. But it seems silly to me to wait until there's some kind of catastrophe then to turn to God when all things are bad. It makes more sense that if you've got a good relationship with the Father, now it's going to make that time a heck of a lot easier, whatever that may be. And so my suggestion would be, if you don't know Jesus, you need to know Jesus. And if you are in the Word and you're doing those things where you're trying to get your relationship where it needs to be, and keep it where it needs to be and keep it healthy, that's awesome. But for those of us who maybe know that, hey, I'm not exactly where I should be, or I'm kind of doing things backwards, I would recommend you do some real soul searching and talk to the Creator. He loves you, and He wants to be with you, and He wants everything that you do to be centered in God. And if we're in a situation where things are nutty and crazy, I want to know that my faith is not going to be shaken by the stuff of the world. I think it's the most important preparedness thing anybody can do, because what good would it be to live through some horrible catastrophe if we don't even have, the most important relationship in the world managed? We don't have it in our hearts. Why bother trying to fight off all the zombies or the EMP? What good is that going to do you if you get on the other side and you have nothing in your soul? I would say do some serious time with your Creator and get where you need to be. So I hope that these things are an encouragement to you guys. They're intended to be an encouragement, not to scare you. It's kind of like this. Like I said, we were overwhelmed in the beginning, but it's like the old adage: how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Don't get so overwhelmed and frustrated, or you name the ism where it's like, okay, I can't do enough. This is never going to get done. Just take it one bite at a time. Think about the stuff in this video. Are you there? You got good vision, eyes, your teeth, physical stuff, dealing with your Creator. these are important things. And so I hope they're an encouragement to you, and you guys have an awesome and blessed day. And thank you again for being our patrons. We are very grateful.